hey, and welcome to yet another episode of What I'm Thinking. I am your host, That Dude. And just to give you some background on why I call myself That Dude, a little while back, I don't know, months back, I had a minor stalking incident, actually. You could call it a short stalk because it wasn't very long, about a week. Somebody was making suggestive remarks, and I said, I'm not going to use my real name anymore on here. I'm going to call myself That Dude, so that's what it is. Okay, so anyway, that's the backstory behind that. Anyway, to get on with the episode, I've been noticing that a lot of actors you see on television, they're in series or in a movie, but they're all secretly British for some reason. I don't know why. Margot Robbie, I was watching in some interview, and she's British. I don't know. Next thing I'm going to find out, Joe Pesci is secretly British. It'll be like, he's actually a limey bastard. Actually, I'm British myself. Cheers. It's getting out of hand, though. Also, I've been watching a lot of rom-coms on cable because everything's on a hiatus now. And I've noticed that the last 10 minutes of every rom-com is always somebody running towards someone else, going to profess their love. But they have to do this in a running, and then they put some jazzy thing on the soundtrack, and that's how each of them ends. I thought it would be interesting if they actually had a love story between two people in wheelchairs. So then the last 10 minutes would be them wheeling toward each other in this frenetic way, and God help them if they live in San Francisco. It would just be this cataclysmic collision or something. But if you look at the last 10 minutes of every rom-com, it's like Notting Hill. What else? 40-Year-Old Virgin, Sleepless in Seattle. They always have somebody running, to get somebody else. Why always running, Speaking of rom-coms, in Notting Hill, of course, the character of Anna Scott, the actress, she treats William Thacker like a real piece of shit throughout the movie. I mean, like every slight wrinkle in their relationship, she just leaves the country for 6 months, and then they cue up Al Green's "How Can You Mend a Broken Heart" on the soundtrack. And while Hugh Grant is, of course, wandering the streets of London aimlessly. It happens every time. I mean, if Thacker would just have dumped Anna Scott like he should have, he could have sold that painting she gave him, that Marc Chagall painting. The thing is worth $1 million. He could have just sold it and, had a great life, updated his bookstore, gone on with his life. Would have been a better plan, I think. When it's a slow TV night, I often watch episodes of Chopped, on the Cooking Network, the Chopped TV show. And I have to tell you, they should just retitle the thing "Chopped My Finger Off," because on nearly every episode, one of the chefs inevitably cuts right into their hand. You see this blood geyser, while they're cooking, I don't know, some stroganoff. And it's crazy. And I'm just wondering what kind of jagged, lethal cutlery are they using on the show? Like a pickaxe? Like, well, why are they using these horribly dangerous items? They should hire an actual in-house doctor to work on that set, because they need one, along with generous supplies of type A and B blood, because they may need it for a transfusion. Could be. And another thing that bothers me about Chopped, why is it they only have one ice cream maker? Ice cream is a very popular dessert. A lot of people might choose to opt to make it. I mean, each chef is given their cooking station with an oven and a grill. Why not an ice cream maker? Inevitably, it's this rush to get to the ice cream maker at the end. So somebody's in the dust. Somebody's out of luck. He has to wait 5-10 minutes, however long it is. So they lose time, and it's horrendous stress. Why don't they just get another ice cream maker? If it's a question of money, I mean, maybe we can set up some kind of a GoFundMe page to help them. I also watched the first episode of House of Dragon. Is that what's called? House of Dragon. It's like the prequel, actually, to Game of Thrones. And I gotta say, that show is not good. It's really not good. The first season was just uncomfortable to sit through. So I thought I would give it another shot. I watched it this season, and all the characters on that show are so unrelentingly sullen. It's like They never crack a smile or a joke. It's a trudgery. There's no cool fight scenes, amusing banter, nothing. And I don't know how they do it, but this show actually succeeds in making dragons boring. I don't know how they manage that. Well, anyway, I guess that's been it for this episode of What I'm Thinking. I hope you enjoyed it, and keep living your life. Take it easy.